You must show some respect.
Hello, good morning, my fellow countrymen. That's the one hand clap. Yes, powerful. 0:30, slept like shit. I'm drinking, I don't know, it's like my 47th cup of coffee, so fucking raring to go. I'm a bit of a coffee snob lately. I only drink the... What the fuck is that? Awesome. If it's not one thing, it's another. There's the cat that wants to get fed outside. Fuck it, dude. I'm not gonna get fazed by no cat. You know what I'm saying? These felines out here and getting all thirsty. They need to relax. All right, so I was gonna talk about all knowledge, right? This Friday, today, which is Friday. Whew, I can tell this is gonna be a rough video. So what I was gonna speak about, I have my notes right here, is the tagline, or not the tagline, but the 3 words I use as a catalyst for what. A catalyst for what all knowledge is, right? Essentially the formula, okay? So the formula meaning that seek is a part of it, to seek out something, right? To risk, right? And then the what equals after you seek and then you risk is to be alive. That is just a formula I created actually after reading the book, The Tipping Point, which is a great book. I highly suggest everyone read it. It's a good read. It might even actually show up on that goodread.com if you look up Tipping Point, so check it out. I read it a long time ago before I was even contracting. When I say contracting, I don't mean like as a construction worker, I mean as a security person. So now also, but they would break things down in that book into like 3 categories. And I thought that was really great. And I was wondering, I was like, how could I break down living a full life experience? And through various experiences I had through immigrating here to the US when I was a little kid with my family and being a political refugee and having a resident alien card and not speaking English and fucking learning English, and then my parents scaring the shit out of me, telling me, don't get in trouble, Aurelius, or we'll all get fucking deported. So like everything like that. And then, you know, like how all those things affected me, my parents divorced, them completely, just that thing fucking shattered, then family's destroyed, and then you just fucking join the Marine Corps, you go to war, and then you do maritime, then you get contracting, then you're doing this, and then you start a company with your best bud, and then you're like here. Dude, that was a great summary. That was fucking fantastic. I mean, I broad stroked it. For sure, that was the Cliff Notes. That was the bare bones of my life for you to enjoy. But there's a bunch of shit that happens in between. But regardless, what I'm saying is that a part of living a full life involves to seek. You must seek something. You must risk. And then the outcome will be living. Seek, risk, live. That's why it is seek, risk, live. So that's the formula. It's just that simple. I mean, I can go a little bit deeper. So, all right, so seek, oftentimes, me personally, I highly suggest that everything you're afraid of, you go out and seek it out. You go and try to understand why you're scared of it. my whole thing, when, I won't play with that. I did that in the last video. My whole thing was when I was about to go out on my own, right? There was this weird transitional period where you're like a kid, but you're like going into manhood, but you're not really a man yet, but there's no actual trial. There's no like transition from manhood, or I mean from child to manhood, right? From young boy to man. It's just kind of like, you turn 18 and then, you know, you can get arrested. And I was like, fuck that. I'm not looking forward to that. That's not inspiring in any kind of way to go be a man. I'm like, well, now you can get arrested and get a felony and what the shit? And then then later it was like, well, you can get one at 17. Anyway, the point is that I wanted something, right? And I feel like many men do want some sort of trial, some sort of thing they need to overcome. So they feel like, yo, I actually went through some shit and I learned so much when I suffered through this thing. And in came, I mean, I'm sure my parents' divorce was a catalyst for it, but in came the war. Senior year, boom, I turned 17. The recruiter was already there, doing a pull-up contest. I don't know if I won. I don't think I won. I think I got like second. It doesn't matter. The point is, I probably won. But the point is that the moment they showed up, I was like, I mean, recruit me? No. I already wanted to go. I already wanted to get the fuck away from everyone and everything I knew. I was like, no, this is perfect. I'm like, what? I get to go someplace where no one knows me. I don't understand the culture. I don't know what the fuck I'm getting myself into. I'm like, I'm completely uprooting myself from everything that I know and going someplace completely different with a different mindset, different way to live, different way to think, different way to believe, different, you know, like everything. And I was like, in my mind, I was like, fuck yeah, that's exactly what I want. I want to seek out something new, dangerous, something with purpose, something with meaning, something with a goal, something that will fucking rearrange everything. And that's why I picked seek. Right? And then risk, of course, is, bro, without risk, what the hell are we doing out here? What are we trying to do? Just wrap each other in bubble wrap and caution tape and be like, no, don't touch. Fuck. That's not living, dude. You gotta risk. You gotta risk more. And oftentimes, I tell myself the same thing. Anytime I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, come on, man. You've risked more than this. One of my favorite sayings is that I got from the Marine Corps is, you've done a lot more for a lot less. Oftentimes I have to remind myself, anytime I start getting a little egotistical about shit, I'm like, hey, you've done a lot more for a lot less. And I know many have done the same. And maybe that's a good reminder. Maybe this video will be a good reminder for you. So now we have risk, right? And now the other part, right? The last part of the equation is live. And live live. I was about to say live. And live, the last part of the equation. No, live, right? So living in the sense, like the action of it. That's what happens. That's what happens when you seek and you risk. You will feel alive. You will. If you're going through the whole equation, first you seek, then you risk. I guarantee you the last part, living, will just be the outcome. It will be the outcome. You will have stories to tell. You will have things you've seen that other people have only seen in movies or read about in books. And when they're like, oh man, I read about that, and you'll be like, yeah, I saw it. It's a whole nother way to perceive life, man. And when other people are like, oh man, yeah, I was gonna join. That's cool, dude. You want to tell me about Almost? That's awesome. They're like, ah, man, yeah, I was going to fight in the cage. Yeah? Cool. Almost stories. Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear how you almost did something once. What the fuck are we talking about? So, seek, risk, live every day. That's it. That's why I chose for all knowledge to gain all knowledge. So I just shook the camera with my fists, banging. Seek, risk, live. That's the formula. Read The Tipping Point. Check it out for yourself. Great book, great read. Have a fantastic Friday. Enjoy. Keep washing your damn hands. Respect.